Yo, what's up guys? It is Friday morning and we're gonna do some trading today. Woke up feeling pretty good. I think I slept a little weird, something holding my back maybe, but besides that, feeling pretty good. So wanted to go a little bit over my process, but it's nothing too complicated. I just woke up, I showered, I ate, drank some water. That's obviously what you should do immediately when you wake up, is drink a bunch of water. Definitely helps with your brain. Next, I'm going to work out a little bit. Again, like obviously I'm not a bodybuilder by any means, but just getting your kind of heart pumping a little bit, and it also serves as a bit of a meditation for me. So that's what I like to do before I go to the charts. So I'm gonna do that real quick and then we'll hop on the charts. All right, that's all done. Let me turn the light on here. Get a little bit of light. That's all done. Now we're gonna move on to the trading room, which is also the recording studio. So I'll show you guys a little bit around here. This is one of the 3 drum sets in my house right now. It's actually set up for something called sensory percussion, which is really cool actually. Maybe show you guys that after we trade. Then we've got, you know, guitars, cables everywhere. Over here this is my audio rack here. It's got all the like effects and stuff, and that's my computer. And then this is actually another computer here. It's actually our rack computer for when we perform live. I had it out doing some projects on that. So, and then obviously trading. It actually looks like target from yesterday was just hit. So I'm gonna jump in there, see what we can do, and then I'll see you guys after. All right, guys. So jumping into this trading session here, it was actually ended up being about a 4-hour trading session. So we aren't seeing first half of it because all that really happened, you can see those lines right there. I took about 4 break-even trades. 2 of them were small losses, 2 of them were break-even. So at this point in the day, I was down about $40-something because we are on the MNQ here, and we're just trading 1 and 2 contract positions, which is what I recommend for all people switching to futures for their first time and just dipping their toes into the market. It's a fairly reasonable spot to start. You can't really start on the NQ unless you have thousands and thousands of dollars ready to go. So just stepping into the market for the first time here, this is a great place to kind of get your feet wet and understand these markets a little bit, since they are a little different than crypto. So we are in a trade here, not the best entry, but you know, just went a few dollars above our entry, and we covered it with our stop because I had kind of 2 possible locations where this thing could turn around. So we did take a short here, 2 contract position, and we are looking to take profit pretty quickly here. Mainly reason because if we can get this profit filled, then it not only wipes out all of our break-even and lost trades from before, it also is going to put us into a little bit of profit for the day. And that's something I always like to do if I'm starting the day kind of rough, may have misread a few things, or a lot of times when this happens to me and I get break-even trades, it's because the market is actually not turning around like I think it is, and it's actually going to keep moving down. So this is where I kind of flip my bias here and say, okay, this thing keeps stopping me out break even or small loss. It doesn't seem like it's ready to move up yet. I'm going to go ahead and flip short. So I go ahead and take the shorts here, seeing us lose this range trend here. And we are moving down towards our target right now, which I think I have about 26.85 there. And right here in this moment, right there, I actually get filled. I don't even notice at first because I thought my take profit was a little bit lower. So you see me kind of fiddle around here waiting for it to hit my target, but then I eventually check the exchange and see, oh, I was actually filled right there. Okay, great. So with that profit take, I was down about 45 or so, and with that profit take, it takes us up to about plus 40. So we're now sitting about $40 profit on the day. Now, had my stop gotten hit on this trade, it probably would have been max loss for me and I would have stopped for the day, which is a good thing I always recommend people do, is when you take so many bad trades in a row or you hit a certain amount of points down in the market, it's always best to turn around. Now, this does end up being a premature exit, which is totally fine in this situation because we were down on the day. We wanted to get back up on the day and just kind of refresh. So now that we're back up on the day, we're feeling good. Our mind is kind of cleared. We are looking for kind of the next opportunity to either put us into good profit of the day, or if it doesn't work out, then I would also probably stop after this because that would take me about down to break even on the day and just chalk it up as a rough day in the markets. No money made, no money lost. That's fine. As long as you don't lose money, you actually had a good day on the markets. So right now we are looking at different targets that can possibly be hit here. You see I had a order set before. I deleted it, readjusted it because I'm actually looking for this 2605 level. My initial target was 2622, so we actually moved it down and went for a greedier target here. So we are waiting, and we are just kind of searching for the next good trade that will take us into good profits for the day. Now you see I'm constantly marking levels, trying to reassess what happened, what is happening, and eventually here we are going to, we'll speed up the clip here a little bit, make it happen. Okay, and at this moment here we do see we're about to have a bit of a reaction, so we're going to go ahead and investigate what exactly did it hit and how we can assess our next move based off of that. So looking through here, I'm starting to brainstorm entries already, debating this 682 as an entry, but I actually end up not taking this entry after I investigate this 15. You see I go here, set an order for 682, then after some more investigation, I'm looking for polarity levels to knock us back down because I do believe this thing is going lower. So after some more investigation here, we do go ahead and find the level we are going to enter on. We cancel those orders, and then we go ahead and resubmit our order for that 691 level. Or a little bit, actually went a little bit in between the 15-minute origin and the 3-minute origin there. So 290.25 actually ends up being our entry, and you can see right there we actually get filled to the exact cent, something you'll get used to when you start getting used to cotton science and using it a lot. You'll see that your accuracy sometimes can be a little ridiculous. So we do end up getting perfect entry here, and now we're just waiting for a pullback, a bounce, and then a ladder on the move, and once that happens you'll see me adjust my stop. So right now we're just waiting for the first couple minute candles after the target is hit to form and see how it reacts. We haven't adjusted the stop yet, just in case it wants to pop up and actually hit that 3-minute origin or even hit that 15-minute level. Again, that's all within 5 points in the market, which is only about $10, so it's not a big deal. This is only a 1 contract position, so I had a lot of leeway to kind of just chill around and see what it was going to do. So we're starting to get that first pullback and bounce off of the front side 1 minute right there. And right now we're waiting for just a ladder of the move and a continuation down, and once that happens you'll see me adjust my stop because at that point I'm ready to move to break even and let this thing ride as a free trade. And I believe this is where we start to get that pullback right here, so you'll see me move over and adjust my stop, break even, and now we are sitting in this trade free of charge, just seeing what happens. We are expecting this thing to at least go down to those 620 levels, but you'll see shortly after some investigation I end up going with a safer pick with about 630, 635, because there is an hourly level there, I believe, if I remember correctly. But we haven't gotten there quite yet. Now you'll see me start to do some investigation. I'm hovering over that initial level that I had picked. I'm going to go with 625 initially, do a little bit more investigation. That's about a 60-point profit in the market, which is a great profit on these markets. So after a while there, you see me mark the hourly level at 26.35, weigh my options here of going for 625 versus 635, and eventually I decide I'm not willing to let 635 rip the rest of my profits in case it doesn't want to go for the combo level. So I eventually decide to go ahead and move up to 635 there, because it's always better when you're taking, 90% of what the profits would have been with the possibility of saving the entire trade. I usually end up erring on the side of caution just to make sure things get hit the way they're supposed to. So moving down here, it doesn't take long. This is a pretty aggressive move because we did get the perfect entry here. And I knew once it hit those levels, if it holds those levels that I entered on, it's going to be a pretty strong rip down. So you see right there, we take our profit, and it ends up being about $108 profit. So on the day now, we're up about $150, which is a great day for trading 1 and 2 contracts on the NQ. And at this point, I'm looking to enter this 605 level, kind of mark the initial levels I had just to see how it's reacting. And after some time, we see that the 622 level does get hit. It actually even goes for the 1 hour break level. And at this point, as it's hitting these levels, I know, if these bounce the move, then I'm probably not going to get another trade on the day. But after securing what would be about 75 to 80 points in the market, I'm okay with that. I'm ready to be greedy and just see if we can get another banger on the day. But if it doesn't happen, then that's totally fine. We're okay with the profit that we take. And at this point, you do see that 622 level get hit and move a little bit lower to, I think, 617 was about the final price that it ended up hitting. So at that point, the market turns around and we actually don't end up getting our 605 entry, which is totally fine. Again, this is, erring on the side of greed because we've already had quite a good day. So at this point, I'm just deleting things. I know everything that is not relevant at this point now that it's hit these levels. And I give it a few minutes to see if it hits my level. It ends up going ahead and it pulls back, and it actually continues up for the rest of the day. So this is where my trading session ended. Again, trading just 1 and 2 contracts on the MNQ. Ended up being about $150 of profit. Not life-changing money, of course, but if you're new to futures like I am after trading crypto for so long, I definitely recommend everyone starting here on this micro contract and getting your feet wet. Making sure you have total control over the exchange and all that sort of stuff before you try to trade the regular NQ, because even 1 contract on that is going to be 10 times what you're seeing here. So you have to be fully ready for that when you decide to jump in. So we'll probably be spending, a good month or 2 just trading the MNQ, making sure we're super comfortable on these markets, and then we'll see what happens from there.
All right, I'll show you guys a little bit how this works. It's really cool. So it's called sensory percussion, and the way it works is, let me turn this around so I can see. This is the sensor here, and underneath that sensor is a tiny little piece of metal, and this sensor reads how that metal vibrates, and with that, it can determine which part of the drum you're hitting, and you can assign different sounds to that part of the drum. So it's really, really cool. So if I hit this in the center here, it goes like this. And then as I get closer to the edge, it'll start going up in pitch. So really cool sounds. And then I just have a simple hi-hat on the rim of the drum here, over on the snare drum sound. And then what the rim of the snare drum actually does is when I hit the rim, it changes the chord progression of what the bass drum is triggering. And the bass drum is triggering an 808 bass, but it's also triggering a chord pad underneath, and those will match, and I can switch chords when I hit the snare drum rim. So it kind of sounds like this. Very bassy. Okay, so that's how I can switch through different kind of chords and play basically a whole song with just a drum set. So I'll give you guys a little demo now, and then we'll be out of here. All right, I'm out of here, guys. I hope you liked that. It was pretty cool. Got to go ready for a gig, so I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.